Yo, what's up? What's good? Good evening. Welcome to another edition of Lifestyle 011 right here on Soweto TV. We do this every single Saturday at 8:30. It feels so good to be here. And listen, we are the connect to everything lifestyle, culture, and entertainment. With that being said, let me connect you to a cool spot, a chill spot that you can take you and your, you know what? It's all out in the heart of Emperor's Palace, out in the East Rand. I'm talking about Rain. We got to hang out with the assistant manager, Buti Mashilo, to check out the menu and the wonderful drinks that you can have with your partner. Let's start there.
My name is Buti Mashilo. I'm an assistant restaurant manager here at Rain. Well, Rain actually it was open December 2002. After quite a lot of consideration with the senior management, they felt the need to change from Aurelius that was in operation for 20 years. Well, I wouldn't divulge much about Aurelius as I wasn't part of the team. Busi, she's here, I'm sure she knows better. But from the fine dining that it was to the contemporary restaurant that we are, so the menus is quite selective. It's not such a complicated menu like, you know, the thick, big Bible that you guys actually used to serve. It's one big where you can actually choose quite a lot from the char grill and whatsoever and the seafood. So it's actually quite easy to read for any person. The only problem that I could say is that we are not kiddies friendly. We actually cater for adults and above. It's a destination for any individual that is actually need any unforgettable contemporary experience. And our menus actually, we can talk about pairing any selection of champagne, cocktail, wines for any unforgettable experience. We do quite a lot of different, let's say, parties, baby showers, you name them, any surprises, anniversaries. So it's actually a destination for quite a lot of experiences. You can actually find Rain Restaurant on Rain reservation at piermont.com, or alternatively you can call us on 011-928-1727. And then on the website you can find more information. You can also pay deposit if you like to, and then the rest you can settle it with us direct when you're on site.
My name is Tumelo Maboko. I am a mixologist in Rain Restaurant in Emperor's Palace. Okay. Today I will take you through to the first cocktail that I'm going to make it. It's a royal bubble, which is, we use a royal chankari, and then also mix up with a butter pear syrup to infuse the taste, and then you also infuse with a lemon juice. And then after that we top up with a sparkling wine. It's a Boteca fruit. It's a shaken cocktail. We pour a double shot of Chankari Royal. Then we single shot of lemon juice. Also pour a single shot of butter pear syrup. Then we shake it. Then there is the glass that we serve over it. Then I will strain it over. Topped up with the sparkling wine. Then we garnish with the elderflower.
Good day, guys. My name is Chef Temba. I'm the head chef for Chef de Cuisine at Rain Restaurant, based at Emperor's Palace. So today I'll be introducing you guys to a dish, one of our fish dishes, a nice salmon. So the ingredients that we're going to be using is parsnip crisps. We've got some toasted pine nuts, some nice smoked molten salt, as well as onion ash. Obviously, you've got some shoots as well, as per just for aesthetics, and then some pickled red onions as well. A nice pea and mint puree, as well as a leek oil. We obviously have the salmon as well, some nice mushrooms, shiitake, oyster, as well as brown mushrooms, as well as a asparagus and a parmesan emulsion as well. We're gonna pop in the pea and mint puree. Just making a few dots inside, just for my aesthetics of the dish. Okay, next step then we're gonna add is gonna be our red pickled onion. So we're gonna add a bit of red pickled onion as well, just for acidity into the dish. Okay, once we've got that on, we're gonna then add our mushrooms, just a continuation of our pre-plating. Cool. Then we've got, okay, just before I actually continue that, let me just go show you guys in terms of the progress so far. Cool. So now we're gonna add in our parmesan emulsion, which we'll just add onto the center of the dish. Bit of leek oil as well. We then grab our asparagus and then add it into the center of the plate. Once that is placed, we take our salmon and then just place it on top of the asparagus diagonally. Bit of pine nuts as well, just for a bit of the crunch and texture. Onion ash. Some more molten salt onto the fish. And then we've got our parsnip crisps, which we place on top of the fish, and then just complete it with a little bit of shoots, as well as a lemon. Cool, guys. So here we've got our complete dish, which is our pan-fried salmon with pea and mint puree, pickled red onion, pine nuts, parsnip crisps, as well as asparagus and parmesan emulsion. Thank you.
There you have it, that amazing place out at Emperor's Palace. Thatha usisi wakho man, take umele umseda, umvisi drink ezimnandi, and good food out at Rain. With that being said, let's take a quick break. Siyabuya ngoku. Welcome back to Lifestyle 011, your connect to everything culture, lifestyle, and entertainment. Trust me, you are at the right place on a Saturday because ufuna uyazi ukuthi kwenzakalani, so you're definitely at the right place. In fact, whilst you at it, let's head over on the socials and connect with us. Remember, the hashtag is STV Lifestyle 011. The next person that I got to chill with is a mover and a definite shaker in the hip-hop space. I'm talking about the one and only Braga, aka Nadia Nakai. We got to find out what she's doing and also check out what 2024 has got in store for her. Let's go check her out. Let's talk about, your journey. I mean, a lot of people know music, and know so much about you. But how have things been in 2023 for you?
2023 has had its ups and downs. I think this year has taught me to be the strongest version of myself, and I've focused everything onto my music and my businesses and my ventures, and kind of just going full force on the things that I want to achieve. And I'm really excited about the next year with my tribute album, and this year with my makeup range that I'm dropping soon.
Businesswoman,
Yes.
you know, opening those doors and those ventures, as you mentioned. What was the thought process behind that? You know, you've been in the industry for a while.
Yeah, so I mean, I studied marketing media studies and I graduated, and I worked for an advertising agency for about 2 years before I resigned and just focused on music. So I have always been a person that has thought about packaging and product and all of that stuff. So it's always been part of my mantra when I do music. How can I package this? How can I leverage it? How can I create more than one revenue of income? So with the makeup range, it's something that I've always wanted purely because of COVID. COVID was a big shock factor for most artists because we actually realized that, wow, we might not actually survive. So I was like, I have to create something, because even brands let us down. They didn't support us during that period because we couldn't create content, we couldn't do events. So I was like, I need something that I own, that I can still create for myself, that I will be able to have a financial stability if anything had to go wrong, because no one expected COVID to hit us the way that it did. So as artists, it was definitely a wake-up call.
You know, one would think that because you're Nadia Nakai, you're getting into, the business space, you've got influence, the business space naturally should be a little bit easier. What are some of the challenges that you are now faced with as an artist and a businesswoman, in the business space?
I think at the beginning it was just understanding what the right decisions are and what deals to take and what deals not to take, because at the beginning you feel like whatever opportunity comes, you must just grab it. But it's not always the best idea for you. Like you have to think about brand alignment, longevity. Does this make sense? Will your followers actually believe it when you promote it, or does it just look like clickbait? So you start realizing those things as you get older and as you work with these brands much more. But one thing that brands will always try to do is take advantage of artists. That's like the main thing, because they know that artists get excited and they might not necessarily have the know-how. And I think as an artist, you don't necessarily have to know how to do business like that. You just make sure that you empower and employ people in your team that look after your interest, especially when it comes to your brand and your music, because a lot of artists are signing deals on their own and not actually getting them reviewed. There's a lot of music lawyers, and I think that's something I also just exposed myself now to, how many music lawyers or entertainment lawyers there are out there. I don't think we actually know and where to find them, that there's people that we can send our contracts to that can understand this jargon and actually fight for us to make sure that we get the best deals.
And I mean, you just announced on social media that you're dropping a tribute album. Tell me about that.
I'm really excited about it. Initially, it was supposed to be a tribute EP, obviously a tribute to my late boyfriend, Keenan Forbes, aka. And because there were just so many amazing songs and it just became lengthy and lengthy, we were like, actually, this could be an album. We can really treat it with the respect that it deserves. And I feel like an EP felt very light to say tribute EP. Album just has that feel of like respect it. It's actually something serious. And it will be dropping the first quarter of the new year in 2024. I've been recording the whole year. But like, it's a different sound. You wouldn't expect this kind of sound from me, which is actually very exciting and crazy, because I collaborated with people I never thought I would collaborate with. And it came out so beautifully. But I'm hoping to drop my tribute single off the album, the first one, on his birthday, which is the 28th of Jan. So
nice one.
Can't wait.
Can't wait. Now, when we talk about the album, and when someone thinks tribute, they think each and every song will be about AKA. Is that the direction that you're taking, or? And I mean, AKA also had his own sound, like you could pick up his sound. Are you also taking that direction in the album, or is it a bit of both?
Not every song is about AKA. Some songs are inspired by him. There's a song that's inspired by one of his songs called Energy, that I kind of like paid homage to him, but like reworked it in like a new way. And then I've got songs where I talk about my heartache and my pain, and I have songs where we talk about just our love and everything that happened this year and stuff like that. So there's different elements to the project. There's surprisingly, there are some happy songs, which was also a surprise to me, because I didn't expect it to have happy songs. But there are some really bouncy songs that you can enjoy driving to like Cape Town or something. But yeah, it's very sentimental music. It's not necessarily every song is about him, but you can feel his essence in the actual songs, because obviously he was around my mind and my space and my energy while I was making the music. He was constantly on my mind, and I kind of tackled it the way that I saw he tackled it with Mass Country. So I called a lot of the same people, you know, like I called Zadok, who was his musical creative director. I called Baby Son, who was one of his collaborators and writers. I called F. Jesus, which was one of his producers. I called many people that were part of Mass Country to work on certain songs. I have a song with Langa Mavuso, who recently lost his partner, and he also sang Spirit at Keenan's memorial. So there's that little, not a very big connection between me and Langa on a song that we worked on. But yeah, it's a well-rounded album. It's not just about pain and heartache, but you'll get it.
Nice one. How's the Braga app going?
It's going really well. The nice thing about the Braga app is like I literally have my own little Instagram, which is really, really nice. I literally have like my own app, and there's exclusive content that sits there, like content on the road, content on me making the album. Everything's going to be sitting there. I've also got like a reality show called Braga World reality show, I guess.
Nice.
And I've got a podcast that I've launched on the app as well. There's 2 episodes there right now. One was with Langa Mavuso, and the second one was with Dumantando. So I'm kind of like enjoying the television content space, not necessarily television because it's on the app, it's digital, but just creating content that's a little bit more talking than just music videos.
All right, before we wrap up, you've got a makeup range.
I do.
Tell us about that.
I'm really excited about my makeup range. It's called Naked Without, and I'm really excited that it's going to be sitting in the We Are Egg stores in Rosebank.
Nice.
I'm launching it on Friday, and it includes foundation, concealer, setting spray, setting powder, highlighter. Yeah, I think that's it so far. And then in Jan, I'm launching the body oil. Then I'm going to replenish and stuff. But then the exciting thing about this is I've been doing brand partnerships my whole career. Like if it's not Sports Scene, it's Kavasi. If it's not Kavasi, it's Russian Beer. If it's not Who, it's Reebok, you know. So this one is exciting because it's all me. I'm putting the money in. I'm finding the suppliers. I'm looking at the packaging. I'm checking out the formula. And I'm really proud of this formula for the foundation because I know what I like as a South African woman and the climate that we have. And I want to know that I can have full coverage but not have to beat my face with so much makeup, especially if I'm doing my makeup myself. And my foundation formula is exactly that. Like it really covers the whole face and all your blemishes in just like one way. You don't have to like keep putting it on. And on top of that, it doesn't oxidize. So when you actually see the color in the bottle, when you go out, it's not changing an orangey yellow color. Like it stays that color that you want it the whole day. And the nice thing about the setting powder is when you put it on and you look in pictures, sometimes when you don't like blend your powder nicely and you look in pictures, you look like a ghost under your eyes. Yeah. So this one, like it's really light. It somehow just blends well. Obviously there's a technique you need to learn how to do with your blending brush or your blending sponge, but I feel like it blends easier than the ones that I've used before, like the banana powder ones that I've used. I'm sorry I'm talking to a guy about this, but like, you know what I mean? There's banana powders and stuff, you know?
Don't tell my wife.
There's you know, different types of setting powders, you know? So that really makes it, especially for dark skinned, darker, more melanin people, because you want it to cover the under eyes and make it look matte, but you don't want it to look white. So that's why most of us resort to like a banana powder option, which I do have because I have 3 setting powders. One of them is banana, but the other one is more closer to your skin tone. It's not white, so it's like closer to your African coloredness, so that when you do blend under your eyes, it doesn't feel white. It feels like you're blending and mattifying your whole face with a color that's similar to your skin tone. So I really just put everything that I know about makeup and the things I like with my makeup artist, and I just said that's exactly what I'm going to do.
Look, I was about to say, you sound so passionate when you talk about it. Why makeup? I mean, you could have sold
done anything.
And you've sold and you've done anything, you know. Why specifically makeup?
I think makeup, one, it's just easier to promote for me. I think I've done the clothes, but clothes takes time. I had to travel a lot. I had to go to like Madagascar. I had to go to Mauritius. I had to go to London and check the trends because the trends in London are ahead of us. So I had to go see what the trends are there. So by the time it reaches here, I'm ahead of trend. Whereas with makeup, makeup is universal. You use it absolutely everywhere globally. It is what it is. It's a foundation, it's a concealer, you can do it. But the exciting thing about this is like I can create new products. I can do marketing campaigns. I can, and Kylie Jenner and Rihanna, the way that I see it, the exciting things are when they do their campaigns and the cool ideas. And I always have ideas, but I always express my ideas in my music videos, and those are very periodical. Whereas like with my makeup range, I can decide, oh, you know what, I want to shoot the foundations and I want to shoot them in the desert in Namibia. I get to create like content as well, because like I told you, I'm a content queen. I like it. So with makeup, I can do that. I can launch lip gloss
anytime,
in a mint, and you know, anytime, anyway, you know, which is exciting. So
nice. Yo, look, just like you, I'm also Excited about the album that Nadia Nakai, of course, is paying tribute to the late, great AKA. Looking forward to it. Look, let's take a quick break. When we come back, more on Lifestyle 011. Welcome back to Lifestyle 011, hashtag STV Lifestyle 011 on the socials. Don't hold back, engage with us. We will want to hear from you. Listen, I don't like it when I get to events and spaces and then I'm there to share into bonagalayo. So that's why we bring you Drip Check. And this week on Drip Check, we got to hang out with Temba, aka DJ Medicine Kharibe, and he gave us the 411 with the amazing brand called the Akdmy. Let's go hear his story.
My name is Temba Kharibe, and my role here is I'm the founder and creative director. I used to DJ, I'm still a DJ, so we were looking for a space, me and a friend of mine, where we can, like clubs were popping up. This is like late 2000. So we found a space in Deep Blue where we started this club, where we can have our DJ friends come and hang out. So we designed this logo that you see here for just to give to DJs that were coming to play at the place, just to promote the place. So now we ran the place for like 9 months and then it shut down. So then after that, these t-shirts were popping around and then people started saying, you know, why don't you just start a t-shirt thing going around? So, but we had already started printing out t-shirts that we were giving away to DJs. And then it became like more serious. And then that's until we are here now. I think from the response of the people and how people were feeling the demand, like people were demanding to have the shirts. And then I was like, okay, from shirts, then we must have more things like caps and hoodies. So that's really how it started. But also we were hoping that in waiting, we will find another spot where we could reopen, but that never happened. So it was like a school thing where I think there was a time when I was not employed. So I used to go to the library a lot with a friend of mine, reading new books every day. So, and then he introduced me to philosophers, like your Greek philosophers, Plato's and all of them. And then I think one of them had a place called the Akdmy where they used to meet and give out lectures and whatnot. So that was the inspiration. And then, but we decided to use it with a K when we spell the name so that it resonates more at home. So most of the designs were inspired by music, because I come from a DJing background, and some of them were inspired by arcade games from the 80s, like the Pac-Man. I think there's a Pac-Man reference and some other games as well. And there's also aviation, which also goes with the logo of the flying bird and whatnot. Yeah. So it's aviation, it's classic 80s arcade games, and just knowledge because of the brand, what the brand is about. Like Akdmy, we continue on trying to learn how to reinvent and reintroduce ourselves to a younger market and still staying relevant to the older guys as well that know us from when we were starting out. Look, from 200 bucks, you can get a nice bucket hat. Our caps start from 150. But also we do offer, like people like to print their own things that they've picked up as arty on the internet, whatever is trending. So we also offer that service where we print for people what they want to print. Yeah, so that's also popular. People want to have their own thing going on. And then some people just like the brand and then they buy into the brand. So later on we try to have different prints that can represent like different demographics of people that come to the store. But yeah, and then also, so we're gonna have a thing where we're gonna do couture, where you're gonna have stuff that street, but more premium, but still street, but couture as well. Something that like fits you. So, because we realize that a lot of people are just printing and then so we don't want to be confused with those people. We want to be a real brand. Yeah.
And there you have it. This is definitely the connect to everything lifestyle, culture, and entertainment. If you want a place that's going to show you around Joburg and really connect you to the cool stuff and the fresh stuff and the good stuff in Johannesburg and in South Africa, Lifestyle 011 is the place. So let's do it again next week at 8:30 right here on Soweto TV. From myself, Sapta, the A-Class DJ, Asiqede lento, masdibane next week. Dango!